guys, it's me back from Vegas. Yay! Why do I always do jazz hands? I don't know. Is that my thing? Oh, you know, Julia Gulia, the one that does jazz hands. Anyway, I'm back from Vegas. Very excited. I'm in here in my kitchen today, just trying a new setup. I don't know. Just showing off different areas of my house, but I seem to be going in and out of shadow over here. Oh, ow. Okay, don't do that. Anyway, I thought I would do a little bit of a Vegas review, just to kind of go over my experience there, and then just do a little haul, because I bought some stuff, but I actually didn't buy a lot of stuff at all. I only bought 5 or 6 things, so it's not too extravagant, but I sure did make a nice dent in my wallet, so, but overall, I went down, in case you haven't heard, although I don't know how you couldn't have, because I haven't stopped talking about it for months on end. I went with a group of 7 of my friends to Las Vegas to celebrate my 40th birthday, and several of us are actually 72 babies, so we were all turning 40, so we thought, let's go and celebrate. And then in the meantime, a friend that came had a baby, and another friend got a divorce, so we had a lot to celebrate. So we went down just for 4 days. We flew in on a Sunday and we flew out on a Thursday, and that worked out quite well because both times when we were coming, the airport wasn't busy. So our flying times were perfect because we were basically the only people in the airport, and we got in and out really quickly. When we got to the hotel every day around the same time, like exactly the same time that we checked in, it seems like everybody checked in at the same time. So we did have a little bit of a wait at the hotel. We stayed at Bally's, which I would consider a pretty good deal for, budget conscious travelers that still want to stay at a fairly nice place, but don't mind it not being, as extravagant as like the Bellagio or Caesar's Palace or something like that. And you definitely have to get the room upgrade to the North Tower. So we checked in, we slipped the check-in lady a little bit of a tip, and we asked if we could be upgraded. And because we tipped her, we got the free upgrade. Basically, Bally's was built like 25 years ago, and the North Tower was renovated like between 8 and 10 years ago, and the South Tower hasn't been renovated that recently. It's still overall the rating that it gets on TripAdvisor is like 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think that's about right. Between 3.5 and 4 star. Rooms were big, they were clean, and they were fairly well appointed. Like we had marble bathrooms, nice big bathroom. The beds weren't those big fluffy beds that you get now at the Sheraton or places like that with the duvets, but they were comfortable, like Motel 6 or anything like that. But it certainly wasn't as fancy as some of the other hotels that we went to visit while we were there. But still thought it was a pretty good deal. We gave the check-in lady a tip. She gave us the free upgrade. She situated us all in the North Tower together on the same floor, so that was great. Bally's is a perfect location. It's right in the middle of the Strip, and it's attached to the Paris Hotel, so you can walk right through the casino floor from Bally's to Paris, and then go outside, and you're just across the street from Caesar's Palace, Bellagio, and then further down the street there's the Mirage and Treasure Island and things like that. And then the other way you've got Planet Hollywood, the MGM Grand, New York, Mandalay Bay, and all that. So it was right smack dab in the middle. So the lessons I learned for going are you have to stay longer than you think you're going to need. We stayed for 4 days. We definitely needed another day, and we could have done 7. So I'm actually going back. We're going to go back in February. I'm going to go with my husband and another friend, and can't wait for that. Take comfortable footwear. I thought, I'll take flats. So I took all kinds of flats. No, it's time for me to admit I need, sensible footwear, because there's a lot of walking involved, and my feet were our foots were killing us. So definitely need better footwear. Take more money than you think you're going to need. Everything costs money there, from internet access in the hotel to food. I mean, a coffee and a bagel in the morning is going to set you back $10 if you eat in the hotel on the Strip. And Bally's has a really reasonable breakfast buffet and lunch buffet and dinner buffet. I mean, not the biggest selection, but considering how much everything else was, I thought it was a pretty good bargain. So it was like $10 for breakfast, but then you had to buy your drinks on top of that. So my, bill with tip and everything was like $14 every morning for breakfast. But like I said, when you're paying $10 for coffee and a bagel, that's not such a bad deal. But I mean, the Strip caters to, like that's one thing that we learned when we're down there. The locals kind of stay away from the Strip, and I don't blame them. It takes 10 minutes to cross the street because they don't have crosswalks. They want to keep pedestrians off the streets and in the casino, so they have all of these like elevated crosswalks. So to get from Bally's to the Bellagio, which is, I could touch it, it's like right there. It takes 10 minutes because you got to go up the escalator, across the crosswalk, through the casino, down the stairs, and out again. So be prepared to walk. So definitely bring comfortable shoes. Bring more money, as I said. And the last lesson I learned is definitely don't go in July when Vegas is having a heat wave. Everybody told me, don't go to Vegas in July, you're crazy. And I said, it's a dry heat. That was the joke all week, but it's a dry heat. Yeah, dry or not, you're in an oven. It was 43 degrees or 114 degrees the whole time we were there. It was HOT hot. The best bet is to get up in the morning and go and do what you want to do early. Most things open at around 10, but like the casinos and everything are open 24 hours, but stores and stuff like that open at around 10. We'd get up in the morning and we'd go out early, get to where we want to go, but by the time we needed to come back to the hotel at like 4 in the afternoon, you're just melting outside. Several of us had our shoes melt, so you can't take those like cheap foamy flip-flops there. It was a really good exercise in, it was a really good environment to wear like wedges and platforms and things, because those spongy little flip-flops melted. And as I said, they have these outdoor escalators that take you up over the street, and by 4 o'clock they're like skillets because they're metal, and my shoes are melting. And there were several times where I was like in the middle of the escalator and there's people in front of me and people behind me, and I would say to myself, well, this is where I'm going to die, because it was just so hot. So don't go in July when they're having a heat wave. But despite all that, it was an amazing time. It was so good. I'm not a gambler. I gambled for about 45 minutes in total. I spent $25 on gambling, didn't win anything, but I don't feel like I missed anything because there's just so much to see and do. You don't have to gamble, and there's actually some casinos that are being built now, like the, I think it's the Aria, that are non-smoking, non-gambling, so it was great. That's one tip, is their smoking is allowed everywhere, drinking is allowed everywhere, so, if you have problems with vices, don't go to Vegas. We did see some children. There are things to do with kids there, but it's not really the best family environment, and I really felt that while we were there, because there was a couple of times when I saw kids sitting on the stairs like this, because they're not allowed on the casino floor, so they'd be sitting on the stairs waiting for mom and dad. Like I said, there's lots of smoking, lots of drinking, lots of grown-up stuff going on, so it's not really the best environment for kids. Like, I could see how my oldest son would love it, but it's just, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to take him there. But there are places that you can go with your family and do family stuff, but I'd say overall, take your kids to Disney. Vegas is Disney for mom and dad. Take your kids to Disney. What else? I did have a friend. The best part was we went as a group of 8. There was 8 of us, and we were able to kind of split up and do little things. Like we didn't all travel as a group all the time, which was nice. I like to be able to do that with my friends. I don't like being responsible for everybody's itinerary, so we kind of had a couple of ideas of what we wanted to do. I knew I wanted to hit the outlets and do some shopping. I knew I wanted to go and see a show, and I just wanted to have other people wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. That's a whole day trip, but apparently worth it. I said, I'm flying over it. I don't need to go and see it. I wish I had gone, because they had a fantastic time and it was absolutely breathtaking and beautiful. So when I go back in February, I'm going to take some time actually to do that day trip, but I'm going to take longer in Vegas so that I don't feel like I'm giving up a quarter of my trip to go to the Grand Canyon. We went and saw Jubilee, which is an old-fashioned Las Vegas reviews, like showgirl style show where they're topless and with the big headpieces on. that was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I went to see that. Half the group went to see Cirque du Soleil's O, and that's another thing that I want to go and do when we go back. It was more expensive, and I had decided, like, I just wanted to go and see a show. I'm not a really big Cirque du Soleil fan. I know, don't shoot me. Everybody's like, how can you not love Cirque du Soleil? It's amazing. I'm like, oh, I've been to see so many of them. I just didn't want to go, but then I saw their photos from O, and I was like, oh, I should have gone. So, yeah, apparently it's spectacular. And shopping was pretty good. We went to the Forum shops. That's in Caesar's Palace, like between Caesar's and the Venetian. So those are all like high-end shops. There's a mall on the strip called the Fashion Show. The shopping was good. And then on the last day, we went to the outlet mall. So there's two. There's one on the north end and one on the south end. Most of they're called the Las Vegas Premium Outlets. A lot of the stores are similar. The north end has more stores than the south end does, but it is an outdoor open air mall, whereas the south end is enclosed. So of course we went to the north end because somebody had to go to Burberry and it wasn't me. And yeah, it was pretty roast and hot, but they have like misters everywhere where they spray you with water. If you take lots of water, wear a hat, and just really take it easy and know when to go inside, I think you can have a good time in the heat. But it was really, really hot, and we actually didn't get to do a lot of the stuff that we wanted to do because it was so freaking hot. But overall, I had a fantastic time. I went with a great group of girls that all got along really, really well. There was no drama. But I ran into, just before we left, my hairdresser was telling me how she's going to Vegas. And I think when I go back with a group of girls, the way that I'm going to do it is the way that she's doing it, which is you go to one of the higher end hotels and you rent out the penthouse for, you take a group of 6 to 8 girls and you rent out a penthouse or a suite or something, because she's taking the penthouse at the Bellagio and spending the same amount of money. Each person in her party is spending the same amount of money that our group did, and they're staying at the Bellagio, and you get better service and you get treated more like a high roller. The other thing I would recommend is find out which hotel group you're staying with and sign up for their rewards points, like their reward system. At Bally's, it was Bally's, Paris, Harrah's, Caesar's Palace, and a couple of other ones, Flamingo, I think, are part of the Total Rewards program. And the more you shop, eat, and gamble in the casino, the more points you collect. And if you collect a lot of points, they ask you to come back, and they give you incentives to come back, like free stays, free food, that kind of thing. So I signed up for the Total Rewards program. Unfortunately, you have to keep the cards active in order to accumulate and collect on your points. If you go 6 months without any activity, they cancel out your points. So the good news is, though, here in Canada, Best Buy is actually tied into the Total Rewards program. So you just sign up, or you can use your card at Best Buy when you go shopping there and get all kinds of stuff. So, and keep your points going. So my friend is a gambler, so I gave her one of my cards. I asked for 2 cards. I gave her one, and when she sat at the machine, she'd put my card in and she collected points. She collected about 3,000 points. And every time I shopped, I gave them my card. You get a 10% discount, and you collect points. So it was a really good deal. Yeah, do I have any other tips if you're going to Vegas or want to go to Vegas? If you're kind of going like me, I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want to go to Vegas because I don't gamble, or, you know, I was afraid that it was going to be like really seedy and scary. Where we were, the hotel was really quiet. There was no crazy people running up and down the hallways. It was kind of smoky in there, but the other newer hotels have better ventilation systems, so the smoke didn't bother me that much, although we did feel it. We all felt it in our eyes. I think you should go. I highly recommend it. There's just so much to see and do, like just looking at stuff. You just keep yourself occupied for a whole day. So let me show you what I bought. This is actually kind of a little bit of a collective haul because there's a couple of things I want to show you that I got here first. It seems like it was a Michael Kors trip for me. I bought a lot of Michael Kors stuff. First of all, before I left, my sister bought me a present. And Holt Run Fruit, which is a store here in Toronto, partnered up with Tory, not just in Toronto, it's in Canada. It's kind of like Nordstrom's, I think, in the States. Anyway, Holt Renfrew teamed up with Tory Burch this year to design a handbag for charity. So my sister bought me the Tory Burch, it's called the Feed Bag. And I know, it's a burlap sack with the word feed stenciled on it. But it's for a bag that can, by purchasing this limited edition bag, you will help Holt Renfrew reach its goal of raising $100,000 for the Feed Foundation and the Tory Burch Foundation. So they're sending 500,000 meals and 50,000 in microfinance and mentoring programs in by empowering women and children. It doesn't say where, whatever. So anyway, it was kind of neat. It's a little different for my taste. When my husband was unwrapping, he picked it up from her and I said, unwrap it, tell me what it is. And he's like, it's got Tory Burch on it. It's like, oh, a Tory Burch bag. And then he's like, it says feed on it. And I was like, what? But anyway, it's like, I think it's a great cause, and it's kind of neat to have this, and it's a limited edition thing that, not a lot of people have. So I thought that was kind of cool. Whoops, that was nice of my sister to get me that. Okay, so the first day that we went shopping, we went to the Forum Shops, like I said, and I went into the Michael Kors store there, not the outlet. This is just like the regular store. Hey, baby. Hey. And I picked up a new wallet. I knew that I wanted a new zip-around wallet. And they had so many amazing colors. And I got this fantastic neon pink one. And it's got the little MK emblem on it. And it's a nice zip-around. And it's got lots of space. Look, I even came home with American money. I didn't spend all of my cash. I know I'm a good girl. So nice, spacious inside. And because it's got the soft leather, it's all nice and soft. Sometimes these wallets can be really stiff and you can't really fit anything in, so it's nice and pliable. And it even has a cute little wristlet with a neat little gold buckle on there. So it's already got some little black marks around the edges, but I'm really happy with that. And it's embossed with the MK logo on it as well. But they had it in a lime green and a white, like a vanilla color. They had it in a lot of colors, but the pink really caught my eye. Okay, then as I said, our feet were melting and my shoes were very uncomfortable. So the first day that we went shopping, I ended up in the UGG store and I bought these UGG flip-flops. I know, you're thinking, furry flip-flops, Julia? So these flip-flops have the sheepskin on the inside. They're the most comfortable things. It's like putting your feet in slippers. So when my feet were killing me, I slipped these on and they were so comfortable. And they're like a really heavy duty rubber on the bottom, so it's really nice. And the sheepskin actually regulates your body temperature. It like wicks away any perspiration. And it's like, people sleep on sheepskin as well because it regulates your body temperature. And it just cooled my feet down and it was really comfortable and like decadent on my feet. So I picked those up. They were $45 for the flip-flops. It wasn't bad. But it's one of those things where I get home and I'm like, furry flip-flops? Really, Julia? But they saved my feet while I was there, that's for sure. And another pair of shoes that I bought, because like I said, the synthetic shoes did not do very well on the hot pavement and the hot escalators. I picked up these Chinese laundry leather slip-on sandals at the Fashion Mall. And they have leather bottom and they're leather inside. So again, all natural fibers, really great on the hot pavement, didn't melt, and were quite a bit comfortable on my feet. So they're like these nice kind of silver leather crossover flip-flops, really comfortable. And I got them at Macy's. They were over $100 and I got them for $30, so good bargain. Okay, then we went to Walgreens one day. Oh wait, I forgot about something else. Then I went to the Inglot store and got my first Inglot purchase. I'm very excited about this. I picked up a Freedom System quad. I wanted to get a 5-pan palette because I figure, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it right. And she didn't have any left. So I just got a little quad and I picked out the colors that I wanted, which is this nice little combo here. So there's like a nice natural color there. Then this is a taupey kind of matte taupe. Then this shade over here is a nice kind of shimmery plum. And the darkest color is a dark kind of brownie plum. So beautiful colors. Beautifully pigmented, beautiful blending, so soft, just absolutely gorgeous. I'll put in the information box what numbers that I got because they don't have names, they have numbers. Just gorgeous. So this little quad cost me $34, $36. I'm really happy that I got that. They're a little bit more like fall colors, but I was wearing the kind of gray taupe color in my crease while I was there and really enjoyed it. And the good thing is if you lose something in the bottom of your purse, like coins or something, you can just dig this in around in the bottom of your purse and it all sticks to the pan because it's got those really strong magnets on there. Okay, then I went to Walgreens and I finally got my hands on some of these Revlon Just Bitten Kissable Balms. These were expensive. These were about $10 each at Walgreens. But the colors that I really like them. So first of all, they're like this pencil formula, which I really like. I find it really easy for application. I got number 50 Precious, which is a nice kind of nude. No, you're not going to be able to see anything. It's a nude shade. But on your lips, because it's quite sheer, it goes on my lips like a pinky nude. So it's very nice, very wearable. I wore that quite a lot. It gives a nice shine to your lips with a long-lasting color because of the stain properties of it there. And then I tried something out of the box for me, which is this color, number 40, Rendezvous, which is a really nice, you can tell, poppy orange color. I wore this a lot, and it's a little bit more pigmented. You can see the nice kind of orange shade there. So I got... Then I went to the Michael Kors outlet when we went to the outlets, and I purchased this fantastic makeup bag. This was $29. It's really spacious inside, and it's got a little side pocket, and it's in a really nice orange color because I bought some makeup, as I showed you when I was down there, and the makeup bag that I brought didn't fit my stuff, so I wanted to get something a little bit bigger. Nice shape, and it's nylon, so it's very durable. And lastly, I got my, then I got a watch. I got a brown tortoiseshell kind of plastic watch, and I got the smaller face one because I have my big one, and I love it, my big rose gold one, but I wanted something a little bit more delicate, so I picked this one up. Show you the face there. Quite happy with that. And I got a purse. Just a nice, simple, classic navy blue, because I've wanted a blue purse for a while. They had several different versions of like the shopping totes and things like that, but this one had a zipper on it, which I liked, and it has lots of pockets on the inside. Like it's got a big zippered pocket, then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of unzippered like flat pockets, and it's got 2 pockets on the sides, which is actually good. It makes it, you could use this as a little tote. You could put your iPad in there and use it for work, but I'm just going to use it as a little shopping tote kind of thingy. Yeah, so there you go. That was my Vegas review and small haul. As I said, I would totally recommend going. It was fantastic, and I can't wait to go back. And now the clouds are rolling in, so I'm going to say goodbye. So I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.